And onward we go. First we load our little save file, and this should take us up to the beginning of chapter 2. But first, a brief loading screen. By the way, for anyone curious, the bars at the top and bottom that are sort of letterboxing the whole thing, that actually happens on a regular console as well. I'm staring at a TV that is wired up to my PS2 right now. It's doing the same shit, so yeah. That's actually not my fault. The stuff on the side, yeah, you can sort of blame that on me, but not the stuff on the top and bottom. That's actually how that looks. Chapter 2. Sadler is as grumpy as ever, clearly.
We have an irregularity. The researcher we planted has been discovered by the Illuminados.
You must be talking about that vagrant Spaniard. So where is he now?
He's held captive in an abandoned house located northeast of the village. Until he recovers the sample, we can't let him die.
You don't need to remind me. Luis Serra. And I thought I was high maintenance.
Ah, Ada, you and your self-depreciating humor. Chapter 2, Rescue Luis. Clearly, that's going to be our objective here. Here's the map. This would be the mansion slash house, whatever. This is back this way. Is that the town square right there? Kind of looks like it. This is the way forward. There's our objective right there. And you should be aware of what this is right here. It's quite clear. So yeah, looks like it's going to be a long map. Fortunately, there's a couple of typewriters and merchants along the way to make things easier. I'll probably do a video per typewriter. That way I don't end up with one huge video. It's a bunch of little sections. So you can watch the whole thing in chunks. Grab that ammo. There's some interesting books here. I'd like to browse through them, but I need to find that Spaniard first. Ada clearly has interesting taste in books. Also, I'm fully aware that my voice probably doesn't sound anything like Ada's internal monologue. Frankly, I don't give a fuck. I'm not destroying my throat trying to do her voice.
Welcome.
Or a poor imitation of it.
Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. What are you selling?
First, we're selling awesome stuff to raise our funds.
Thank you.
Hello. 20,000 PTAS? PTAS, really? That's your currency? PTAS? Whatever. Still, that's...
I'll buy it at a high price.
It's quite a bit of money. Every line that the merchant utters is pure fucking gold. I love him so much.
What are you buying?
Mission 2 treasure map. Attache case M. This is the medium-sized case. It would be kind of nice to have. Of course, the thing is, I also have my eye on this rifle and the scope that goes with it. It's the most powerful weapon Ada has, and it's quite useful. I really like the rifles in this game, by the way. They're probably the best weapon in my opinion, with the possible exception of some of the late game handguns and some of the shotguns in certain situations. Between those three guns, yeah. First aid spray, it'd be kind of nice to have that too. So the question becomes, do we get the case or the rifle? You know what? I'm getting the rifle.
Is that all, stranger?
Might as well.
Thank you. Is that all? Thank you.
Damn, just short. Well, if I find some money lying around, I'll just hike back and grab a first aid spray. I don't think I'll need it, but it can't hurt to have it. Let's manage our inventory a little bit. When you select an item, to move it, you can rotate it using the L and R buttons. Sometimes it's a good idea, because it allows you to create additional space by rotating. All those years of Tetris really paid off. I tend to refer to it as inventory Tetris, because that's kind of what it looks like. Okay, looks like I have plenty of space here. I could fit, like, I believe 5 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 items. So that's like a stack of ammo for every weapon, and maybe a herb beside that, on top of the 2 herbs I already have. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, let's, should probably equip the scope, actually. Combine with the rifle, and show it off here. As you can see, this is the really late game rifle, very powerful. And with the scope, you have ridiculous zoom. I could literally shoot this guy in the eye right now. I won't though, because even though you can kill the merchants, I feel terrible every time I do it. Let's check out here. Hello? Looks like I'm getting that first aid spray after all.
What are you buying? Is
By the
that
way,
all,
first aid
stranger?
spray actually is a real thing. It's not something Resident Evil made up. I shit you not. Google if you want to. It's real. Hold on. Where's the map? Trying to figure this out. Okay, that staircase leads down there. Okay. So let's check this out first. See what's back this way. Oh, damn. I should be shooting those crows, shouldn't I? That way I could grab extra items. Okay, this symbol right here means traps, so hopefully Leon already took those out. And I won't have to worry about that. But it's best to be cautious. There's the building we were just in case anybody wanted an external shot. Yeah. In Tan's video, there would be like a C4 charge right here. There'd be a bunch of bear traps. Fortunately, I think this is set after that, so all of the traps are already gone. Sometimes they make stuff carry over between characters. This is one of those times. Probably climb down through here, but I have to take care of Mr. Cool first. Okay. Take care of that. Bang. If you shoot down the pocket watch before closing up the well, as Tan said, it'll just end up in the water, and there, it's gone forever. Okay, so I think this is the way we're supposed to come after we clear the main objective. If I'm understanding this. She is telling us that we could go down there, but we have to do something else first. So I'm just naturally going to assume that that's the case. Okay, forward we go. Nowhere near enough money to buy anything. By the way, this room right here should be where Leon fought that guy. The big fucker. Ada saved him. Yeah. This guy right here. Forget his name. Church from before. Certainly don't have any reason to go back there. Oop, music, music. Yeah. How you like me now, bitch? You're gonna get shanked to death in a bathroom. After getting fan kicked. Bet you didn't think you'd go out like this. Nothing. The toilet is filthy. The concept of hygiene is lost on these villagers. Oh, Ada, you and your sarcastic quips. First table I've seen that is covered in filth. Lovely. Wine that I cannot drink. That's not how you cook a chicken, by the way. You're actually supposed to remove the feathers first, and preferably kill it. To all the people who have never actually cooked a chicken before. Reload TMP, clear up some inventory. Yeah, the ammo, it holds a lot, and the individual ammo doesn't really fill up a whole lot. Which is why I prefer the assault rifles. They're gonna, yeah, knew it. See it coming. Back kick. And this is a problem that can easily be resolved with a very thorough stabbing and kicking. Oh shit, I do not like the sounds of that. Oh fuck no! Why you do this? I'd stab him right now, but unfortunately he has friends. Stab. Ah, damn it. Bastard. It's not cool. Don't try to cut my head off, you dick. Stab him a couple times. Move back. Shotgun. There's the other guy. See if we can stab him to death before he gets up. Shank, 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 shank. Yep, didn't work. Flash grenade. Damn. Aren't they supposed to be waiting for me outside? Oh well. We do have that ruby. That should fetch a decent amount of money. This green herb. By the way, the eggs, the gold one, it functions kind of like a first aid spray if my memory's correct. Except it only takes up one slot as opposed to two. Which makes it a good idea to carry those around. Nah, leave it where it was. Ah, thought I had a spot there. I did not. That's some of my guns. Get rid of those grenades, since I'm still close by the merchant. That ruby I picked up should fetch a pretty penny as well.
What are you buying? What are you selling? Is that all, stranger?
Yeah, see? 2,000 for a hand grenade.
Is that all, stranger?
That's quite good.
Thank you.
Gold chicken egg, 3,000. Pretty decent, right? Pretty decent.
Is that all? Thank you.
10,000 for the ruby.
I'll buy it in a... Thank you.
10,000 for the pocket watch.
You.
And it looks
What
like
are
I
you
now have
buying?
enough for the
Is
case.
that all, stranger? Thank you.
I don't think we actually have access to a large case. I think it only goes up to medium for Ada. I could be wrong. And that should be all the guns we actually get. I think we get a Magnum later, but that's an item you pick up. So, yeah. Try to arrange this a little bit better. There we go. Lots of space. Not that we're probably going to use most of it, because ammo is pretty rare so far, and I doubt it's going to get much more common, if any more common. Seriously, they're supposed to be up here somewhere, aren't they? I mean, this is where Leon fights them. For some reason, they ran inside. It's quite weird. Well... hey, a crow's nest. Crows and crow's nests, good thing to shoot, because it gives you access to more items. Sometimes it's treasure, sometimes it's money, sometimes it's ammo. And with separate ways, as well as pro difficulty, you need all the ammo you can get. Lots of TMP ammo. It should top me up. Perfect. Looking good, looking good. Hello? It's Miss Axe Crazy with her nice little knife. I should call her Knife Crazy. And that I should fan kick her repeatedly. Shotgun. Just what we need. Hello, Mr. Red Herb. Not that it's something I really need at this point, because I'm still pretty low on health meter. But I'll keep it around just in case. Never know. Won't say no to that stuff. One reason that I really wanted this, it allows you to zoom in, so you can kind of scout ahead a little bit, and even take out some enemies in the next group before they even notice you. And every headshot is pretty much a one-hit kill, which means you have a lot less to worry about. Then you can just pick off the stragglers with your handgun or your shotgun, as the case may vary. And if you're really good, you can start knifing them to really make things a lot easier. Put those 2 extra bullets in there. Extra 2 in there. And this is going to be tough. Wait. No, that's the town area. Okay, yes. I knew it was somewhere around here. This is going to be a retread of the fucking town square. Never thought I'd be seeing this again, but I had a vague recollection that we had to backtrack through this, as it is kind of a hub area. By the way, I'm probably going to do these videos typewriter to typewriter, so the end of each video in the set's probably going to be me finding a typewriter. Just because it seems pretty appropriate, I guess. Hello, ugly. There goes your head. Looks like nobody heard it. If I'm lucky, I might actually be able to clear this whole place without anybody hearing me. There's probably going to be more somewhere around here. Probably in the back roads. Since they do tend to all pour out to the square once they hear something. It is panting a little bit. Clearly I'm making her run way too much. Hello, is that what I thought it was? Nope, just a cow. I doubt this is going to be another yellow herb. It'd be cool if it was, though. Everybody needs more health. Because more health. Well, a high vantage point could work to our advantage. And if nothing else, it has some shotgun shells. Don't tell me there was just one enemy in this entire area. I would find that so absurdly ridiculous. By the way, now I know how to find that. You're actually supposed to go up that ladder and come around here. If I had waited slightly longer to make my recording, I would have noticed that. Fuck you, Tan. You make me look terrible. In so many fucking ways. Oh, handgun it is. Probably in some of the buildings. Looks like I lost my grappling gun. Shit. Uh-huh. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Get rid of this egg. Handgun ammo. They are definitely on the other side of that door, so the second I kick it open, they might stumble. Give me perfect opportunity to do that. Okay. Hopefully there's not going to be a bunch out in the square once I get out there. $1,200. Shotgun shells. Well, at least I broke even on the shotgun shells. Should be covered in case I run into another situation like this. Shotgun, it's great for crowd control, just like in every other game ever. Not seeing anybody, I'm not hearing anything. So I'm just naturally going to assume that I have a bunch of them dead. Of course, the music's still going, which means there's somebody around here somewhere. just got to be careful not to create a huge number of them. Bingo. She didn't see me coming. Yoink. Yep, somebody saw me. Was it out here or was it in there? This could be bad or good. If they're inside, it's quite good. Of course, if they're outside, that's bad, because they're going to be behind me. Seeing anybody on the first floor? Don't really see anybody outside. The hell are they? Ah. There we go. Ah, bitch. Yeah, you deserve that. Okay, I'm still hearing the music. There's gotta be at least one more. Slowly and carefully. This building's clear. Full of ammo, though. Joyous days. Money, too. Happy days, happy days. Okay. The question becomes, where is the last? They're either going to be up there in one of the random buildings lying around, or the first floor of this place. I thought it was clear. When I took a look earlier, I didn't see anybody. But the music never lies. So obviously there's somebody hiding somewhere. Oh yeah, now you moo, you stupid cow. Fucking die. Yep, I bet the cows do. By the way, any map with chickens, occasionally the chickens will lay eggs. Whoa. Guess that answers that question. So yeah, if I stayed here for a long time, the chickens would eventually lay eggs, and that would be quite good for me. Drop the pitchfork, that'll make her a lot easier to deal with. The women seem to stumble a lot more than the old guy does. The guy with the white hair, he seems to be a real bitch to deal with. The women, it looks like if you knife them at all, they'll just fall over. Really? The music's still going? Let's take a look at the map. Okay, 2 of the doors here are locked. And it looks like the way we have to go is through that little path. So I'm going to just take a wild stab in the dark here and say that they're probably going to be up there. Okay, all my guns are fully loaded. And I have some reserve ammo. Looks like I got lucky this time. Got lucky with Ada. So, Resident Evil 4, kind of a really divisive game of the series. Some people love it, some people hate it. Personally, I think it's probably one of the best Resident Evils. A lot of people will very strongly and very violently disagree with me on that one. But that's just the way I feel about it. The major complaint about the whole thing is, of course, it's not survival horror anymore. It's an action game, which I always found really ridiculous because Resident Evil hasn't been survival horror since pretty much the first game in the series. Now bear with me here. Resident Evil 1, the enemies were fairly difficult to deal with. You were fairly weakly armed, and a lot of the game was somewhat horror based. Stuff would frequently be played up for horror. 2 rolled around, you were given some pretty good weapons fairly early on. You were quite capable of dealing with them. By the time 3 happened, you were loaded to the teeth and back, and just, I don't know, they weren't even really trying to be horror at that point. There we are. There we are. Maybe I should save this. Nah. Load. But the music is still going. Clearly there's more. Oh god damn it, if I end up barricaded in here again, I will be so fucking pissed. So yeah, by the time 3 rolled around, you were running around with assault rifles and shit, and you were just blowing the fuck out of everything. The closest thing to horror in 3 was probably Nemesis, and really, considering that the game more or less expected you to kill him, that's just a good point right there. The strongest enemy in the game, and the game actually figures that you're going to actually kill it. There's less of an emphasis on running or avoiding combat or any of that stuff. It's all about the fighting. Code Veronica rolls around, and yeah, that's pretty much straight up action. You can't possibly make any comment that Code Veronica was survival horror. You just really can't. So really, about the only thing that separates 4 from 3 is that it has a better camera angle and better controls. Because really, the controls are still the basic tank thing. Forward, back, side to side. It's the same thing, it's just the camera angle's better and the controls are a lot more fluid. And you could always aim in Resident Evil, except that now that the camera angle's better, you can do it properly. So, what the fuck's the big deal? Is it the fast zombies? Because I could see it being the fast zombies. Just don't use the ridiculous, it's an action game now excuse, because that doesn't hold fucking water. At all. I'll probably ramble about that more eventually. But for now, back to my incredibly boring narrative commentary, where I react to the stuff that I'm seeing happening in the game. The farmer is in hell, the farmer is in hell. Hi ho the Dario, the farmer's now in hell. Yep. There's another one. So much fun. You can actually take out enemies before they even see you. Feels very right for Ada since she's doing the whole I'm sort of a ninja thing. Or she just kind of sneaks around. Feels a lot more appropriate than just shooting people as she goes. So that's going to be my excuse if I overuse the rifle a little bit. I bet it does. Farms smell terrible. If you've never been to one, just picture one of the most foul-smelling stenches you have ever dealt with. And make the entire area smell like that, even well beyond the farm. It's not cool. Not cool at all. Of course, if you're lucky, you'll get some free vegetables out of the whole experience. So there's that. Should be some items lying around. Ah, the classic well trick. Click that. Click that. Spinal. Of course, I don't have much to buy anymore. Does the store get restocked? I'm not sure if it does. Okay, making a save file here. Nice. And I'm going to stop the recording here, and I'm going to pick it up at this typewriter the next video. So, see you then.